Howdy, everybody. This is Jimmy, and it's Tuesday, March 12th, 2019. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today's message is about forgiveness. Well, it's going to be about forgiveness and turning the other cheek because we're trying to set spiritual examples and live a spiritual life. With forgiveness, we do have to forgive. Some people say we are to forgive and forget. But if we forget, then we've lost the lesson. Then we can repeat that. We may repeat that lesson over again. And I don't know about you, but some of the lessons I've gone through in my life, I don't want to repeat again. So we do need to forgive. We need to forgive all involved, including ourselves, for allowing things to happen or creating things to happen. But never forget, because if you forget, you've lost the lesson. Now, being spiritual does not mean being a doormat. Just because a person is spiritual does not mean that they're not allowed to set boundaries, set perimeters, and that they're not allowed to set consequences for infringement to those boundaries or perimeters. No. Being spiritual means we are spiritual. We're a spiritual being having a human experience, and we're trying to live a path and a life of enlightenment. But we didn't choose to come into each lifetime to be a doormat. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to say no. You're allowed to set consequences for boundaries that are violated or perimeters that are being violated. That's okay, because people can't learn their lessons sometimes if you don't set boundaries and consequences. So no, you do not have to be a doormat to be spiritual. No. But you do have to have kindness, compassion, love, and forgiveness. So if somebody does violate your boundary or your perimeter, whatever, you can call them upon it and set a consequence for it. But do it from love, not from a place of anger, not from a place of hate, whatever. Do it from a place of love. Above all this, come from a place of love. So, I guess there's several messages here in my message of the day today. We do have to forgive, but don't forget, because if you forget the lesson, you may re-go through. Re-go through, that's good English. You may relive or re-experience that lesson again. And also, being spiritual doesn't mean being a doormat. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to set consequences for boundaries being violated. Cause and effect, action and reaction. But make sure your reactions come from a place of love and compassion. So no more being a doormat and no more forgetting the lesson. Forgive, love, and live. I hope this message makes sense to somebody out there today that's struggling about boundaries, forgiveness, consequences, enforcing consequences. Have a great and blessed Buddhalicious Tuesday. Namaste.